Hello there and welcome. This is episode 1 for my tutorial series for the Marshlands biome. We're going to play through one session there. I'm going to go over the details, the specifics, and all the wonderful things that this biome brings with itself, while we are going to do at the same time the overgrown library world map modifier. These are standing around on the world like this, and here we have only beneficial ones. Quite often they also have pretty terrible effects. Here, this one is good to us. So, for the first time in the tutorial series, we're going to play something else, which is not a sealed forest biome or royal forest, which is basically also a... They are basically the same biome. This is the first time that we play a different one for this series. So, the marshlands' uniqueness lies in a couple of things. First off, fertile soil comes on a small amount here. That means we can't rely that much on agricultural strategies as we can normally do. To set off this issue, we have the gathering knowledge effect in place that gives us faster gathering speed for more gathering camps. So generally this is a effect that really should motivate you to use gathering camps on this map. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't use fertile soil if you stumble upon it, but this is really a powerhouse upgrade as it allows you to really come along quite nicely. There's also giant organisms to be found in forbidden glades. This setup here, these two effects make up for a lot of exploration on these maps, more than you would normally need to do on the Royal Forest map. Also, it is worth noting that we have here on the trees a different set of resources. We don't have a high quantity of wood anymore on the trees, so that is also something that we need to keep an eye on. I will play this series on Prestige 1, while I am technically capable of continuing on Prestige 2 now. Since this save file has almost no upgrades on the Burning Citadel, at a Smoldering City, we are better off to just level up a little bit and take it slow for a hot second. We have the most important things in place: mining upgrades, rainpunk engines, neighborhood upgrade for the hearth. I even have human houses unlocked, so we can already do a lot, but I feel like one run to stabilize the income of extra resources or meta resources should do the trick. Good. So here we get to decide between 8 people in package 1 and 7 people in, or 9 people in package 2, because that is the larger package. I will still go for the second package as it has more beavers and more people in general. Humans will not be as necessary for this map. As we've already seen, fertile soil is not that much of a guaranteed thing. You could, of course, take the gamble and pick the humans, and you would be getting more out of the fertile ground that you'd be finding. But in this run, I want to use for the first time the power of many hands right at the get-go. So that's 12 people to begin with, and we are going to pick up some extra food and some extra timber. That's what I'm going to use. Okay, let's start and let's see where this will take us. Alright, so first things first, let's take the forest mysteries. We gain more mining production during the drizzle season. That is an interesting one. We got glade discovery penalty during the storm. Oh, this is a nasty one. This is the one thing where you should not try to open glades during the storm, because it triggers on hostility 1. We have this active pretty much on every storm after a couple of years. We got hailstorm, so people will die if they don't have housing. It's insanely important in this scenario that we grow carefully. We got nauseous spores, which make us take more breaks if we ain't got no services. And charged rain, which makes people die if they don't have complex food and services. So hostility level 5 is a really, really dangerous threshold here. This is an insanely obnoxious forest mystery. I hate this one passionately, as it is quite hard to get complex food and services onto your entire city. It's better to keep the hostility lower like that. Okay, let's get started. So this will be an exciting and challenging round. We got a big dangerous glade around here in the corner, and we are peppered with small ones, so this direction should be pretty good. So here I want to repeat it, wood is much scarcer than in the Royal Woodland. So here we will have to work eventually for some alternative for wood, as it will be really difficult to just get your fuel needs done with wood cutting alone. But luckily there's plenty of options that we can go for. So as you see here, with our starting pack decision, we also rolled away the humans entirely. But such is life. Even if we will get into royal fertile soil, it won't be that much of a big tragedy. You can do agriculture even without humans. Seriously, it is possible. Okay, so we're going to go for the avoid glade territory, and I hold down left control to mark a nice big bunch of trees back here. There we go. So the good news about this biome here is that we gain mushrooms and leather for free. That is, as a matter of fact, a real nice composition, as this... Oh, I need to deactivate the coal. As this means tree cutting will feed your city, which is pretty nice. Okay, so I am looking for the spot where our housing will go, and I've decided to use these spaces. We got 12 people, which translates into 4 houses right from the get-go. We are quite hungry in that regard, but it's gonna be fine. We got that many beaver woodcutters going. This will be done in no time. All right, the first cornerstones have arrived. So surprise child is a no-no for me. And Sahilda's secret cookbook, that's a real good one if we get to produce pie. But in this biome, much harder, as flour is really not that easy to come by. And value added tax. Trade goods are worth more. I'm going to go for a value-added tax, as this is the easiest one to take profit out of, as we got lots of options to go for trade packs. And we got a wild card to begin with due to our starting location. The starting location that we got is also adding in some extra unique reward. I don't know why you get doubly rewarded, but I don't mind. Okay. So we have free selection on our first item that we pick. It's a pretty massive bonus, and I will postpone the decision for later. So, upgrade a geyser pump to level 2 versus need for skewers fulfilled. So, yeah, we're definitely going to go for the barbecue quest here, as I don't even know if we're going to find a geyser or not. So, crop packs might be hard to come by. I go for the second quest here, as crop packs might be not even happening ever, and the seed pouch is a pretty underpowered perk, as planting the crops is rarely the problem. Harvesting them is where the people need their speed. So no, we're going to go for that one, as it will even provide a nice extra amber delivery. So, provide crystallized dew will give resin production and fabric versus building mats. I'm sold. The +1 to planks production is such a powerhouse of a perk that we really should not overlook this. Alright. First things first, I'm setting up the environment to have the first hearth upgrade, and with such many hands at work, it is really done fast. So, let's build up a forager here. And as you can see here, food intake is positive as we getting constantly some mushrooms in. And there goes the last piece of decoration. Boom. Instant happiness. Alright, so let's favor the lizards for a while and make them happy, as this is a dirty, cheap way of getting ourselves some early game money reputation in. Okay, putting down 2 lizards into the trappers camp as they have a chance of double yields, which is really what we want. So, work on these, my dear friends. And now, well, with that many workers available, I'm going to go for a super early breach into the first dangerous glade here. We have here even already a nice weak spot exposed, so we're just going to go there and do this. Year 1 dangerous glade is, on the first glance, a little bit risky, but as a matter of fact, I have become a very big fan of it, as it is just so much easier to do your first drafts if you just know what your what your first environment is looking like. So we get to work with a large snake nest, a large grass cap mushroom, some stone, that's really good, and 2 stashes, 2 caches. That is, as far as dangerous glades go, a pretty underwhelming one. So the Altar of Decay will cost us our starting coal, but in return we will receive much more and better fuel, so we will get a big fat hostility bomb though from that, so that might be an issue. The ritual is not performable anytime too soon, so we're going to go into this problem resolution right away and get it done, hopefully, before the storm hits town. As this is instantaneously making the Harpies angry, so we don't favor the lizards anymore. Okay, so that brings me to the point that I'm really considering one of these gatherer camps as my basic foundation here. The Chest of Ancient Tables is a wonderful early game steroid that we can use, but it might be also necessary for the order packs, so this is where I'm a wee bit torn. So, what are we going to draft if we can draft everything? This is always a difficult choice, but I feel like this guy is my candidate. The kiln is just a powerhouse of a building that can be always useful. If we had agriculture available, I would be possibly tempted to go for the Druid's Hut, as oil is very multifunctional and is fuel without tree cutting. It's very, very tempting. But going to go for the kiln, as this is going to be the solution to our fuel problems, as we can transform wood into a much more efficient fuel there. The stone deposits here are one thing. I don't know what will be happening here mining-wise. Probably we will get some mines that will yield coal as well, but I don't want to rely on that. So, kiln it is. So let's check out the other drafts. Herbalist's Camp. Check this out. So it is really hard to turn down a ranch because the ranch is just a real powerhouse of a building. But in this environment, the ranch is, as a matter of fact, not that powerful, as many of the items that are necessary to keep the ranch running are not available for us in a steady supply. And this here, well, we have the compatible camp right around the corner, so that's where we're rolling with. Here it is also hard, carpenter versus cookhouse. These buildings here might become in handy. I think at the end of the story we're going to end up with the carpenter, but here again, it ain't a necessity to pick right now, so we don't. It's the easiest way to postpone that decision and do that later when we can make a more wise choice. So let's move our woodcutters again a little bit more into that direction. Although I gotta say I want to remove this gap here, but I also want to, holding down left control here again, want to remove this area of foliage here as well, so we can work on these. Let's see, is this already enough distance hearth-wise? We could make something happen here if we wanted to. Also very, very tempting. And here you see, year one, we're already clearing out our first dangerous glade. And yeah, we're going to be stuck with that effect for the beginning of the storm. Sucks a wee bit, but yeah. Come on, guys, let's get started. You lazy fools. Alright, so yeah, 30 seconds with extra hostility debuff will be not the end of the world for the city. Okay, we have only one worker left, so let's see if there's anything where we need help now. So I think we want to have a road here like that. And, well, we definitely want that herbalist's camp that I bought myself into. Let's make that like this. Trees are in the way, though. Alright, and yeah. Wood income is ticking up. And we got to think about the production of building materials next, but right now all hands are needed. The only thing that I can do and will do, though, is I will unemploy somebody from the trapper's camp, and this time we set up limits for these. I did really a bad job in the previous mini-series with that, but well, such is life. It happens to everybody time from time. So leather comes from the trees. We're saved in that regard, but we don't have any stone income yet, so we also need this bad boy here, and that ends us with the hunger for a small warehouse down here, which would need resources we don't have right now. Sucks to be us, doesn't it? But yeah. I need that warehouse. It is really, really important. So we're going to prioritize them bricks. And let's see where does it take us. I'm going to speed up things now, as there's really nothing that I can do except for waiting until my builder has done things. He cannot really man any building. So, yeah. On the other hand, we have a really solid start here. Especially happy about the grass cap mushroom thingy here, as this is going to be a pretty solid source of food. I would have loved to have Trapper's Camp as well, but heck, you can't have everything in life, I guess. So let's slow down for a wee second. You know, this is looking terrible, but this is also because our hostility is sky high right now. But this is gone in 15 seconds, so let's check out the situation, how it is when that's the case. We're not suffering from any of these things right now, and that's the real deal. So we can lower that hostility easy by unemploying one more woodcutter, but that doesn't cut the thing for the harpies unless we put one of the lizards into that job here, which is easily possible. Where's my second lizard dude at? Ah, yeah, here. Crude workstation. So we're going to replace him. Put that guy into the ancient hearth. There we go. Balance. Balance has been restored. And that's what we need. Alrighty. Putting down some roads everywhere. Getting the infrastructure going. We have 2 workers that can get the job done. That's pretty decent. We don't need to man any worker camp except for the stonecutter camp, as that is right now the most important one. We need those materials quite badly. So let's see. We cannot build a kiln yet. We cannot build, well, we could build a rain collector, but what for? So, yeah, we really can't do much here except for manning that stonecutter camp and making sure this way that we're going to be able to get ourselves the bricks that we need as fast as possible. Because the bricks will be unlocking for us better bricks. I mean, the kiln ain't the best and ideal place to make bricks at, but it's really a lot better than the makeshift post. Everything is better than the makeshift post. So, market shift plan. Every neighboring town offers more trade routes, but no trader will arrive until you complete at least 5 trade routes. Not a big good plan because we just started out that run. That means there's only the smoldering citadel to trade with. So 40 water skins for reputation via resolve, and yeah, we're going to take the family gratitude one. Okay, so that is a difficult one, but I'm gonna be rolling with a double beaver here and cut down on the third citizen, simply because we have a pretty decently high number of people, and the stuff that this guy brings is so good. It fits so well into our current situation that I am going for this reward. Even though I feel like it would have been really awesome to pick up that other guy too, but no, not happening. Okay, I'm setting up another house up here, and the roads are being made while I'm speaking. We have 2 workers up here running, so yeah, it is as good as it can possibly get for the moment in the game where we are at. Alright. Stone is being produced. I'm going to set up second person into that. As right now, I feel like 5 woodcutters are getting the job done. The beautiful sea marrow. They're wasting it. You don't look after them for a second. Yeah, well, it ain't that much of a big deal. Ah, there's a bit of a chunk still being carried. We only lost 2 units. Okay. That's a big relief. Okay, so we cleared out that event. So let's keep going, you know? Why stop when you are in a full swing? So I got 2 workers here open. And the herbalist's camp is excellent for harpies. So we have here high efficiency work going on here. But I think I will unemploy one of these harpies pretty quickly. So, deliver meat versus deliver building materials. So, this is pretty sexy as it gives us 2 more wildfire essences. I'm sold. And the basic materials can be, in the worst case scenario, quite often be bought by the trader. Aid for the beaver clan versus water delivery. So that would be easy-ish with decent rewards. But I'm sold for the aid for the beaver clan, although that is hard to provide. That is really, really hard to provide. Ugh. Nah, I'm going to do the water delivery. The rewards are really, really good too. The copper bars, we just need some building that can crank out tools, and we get a big payoff for that. Alright, here goes the next one. So, we gained a ruined small warehouse. That is pretty nice. That is rebuilding without investing parts. And got a big field of grasscap mushroom. That's excellent. But we also got a blight rot cauldron, which will destroy our food while there's being worked upon it. We could cleanse it with purging fire, but we gain faster crop planting, faster blight fighting. Oh, well, cleansing would be amazing, but we don't have the resources. Nowhere near close to that. So we're going to go for this other resolution. So, Herbalist's Camp cutback is absolutely necessary and not that much of a big deal. We will destroy a big portion of our food in the process. I'm well aware of that, but we're gonna be fine. Let's do this. I mean, oh, it is, no, it's Blight Rot cisgeneration. Oh, I misread that. So we need to set up a Blight Rot post ASAP. So we should just use a nifty little trick and stop producing food for the time being. This is going to cut back the negative effect of this event to 0, while at the same time we can now work on other projects more diligently as we have a couple of workers extra available. So let's see what we can make out of the situation. We don't want to go for the trapper's camp, obviously. So, well, let's rebuild that warehouse, I'd say. But geez, when do they finally start making bricks? Ah, it seems as if the brick is already being delivered. Okay. So let's set up a kiln here. And they're working on it already. So this will be a slight dent into our food stockpiles, and I will take down the blight post immediately. We don't really need that right now. And let's see, we got 3 workers, and that bothers me because they ain't busy with anything except for building that warehouse, which is decent and all, but it's not enough. So let's see. We gonna be needing packs of building materials. Can we provide? Not really, as we don't really have anything to put into these packs. But we can do 2 things. We can build a trading post somewhere, probably down here, I guess. And we can also build, where was it at? The rain collectors. As these will be necessary for our drizzle water delivery quest. And I felt like, yeah, why not start now? We got that many workers available. So, Zorg. And what can we do with this guy? Well, we're going to find out in the next episode. That's what we're going to do with this guy. So thank you so much for watching. We're going to explore the secrets of this place together in the next episode. And if I might dare say so, I feel like we are off for a very good start. We're cracking open the dangerous glades in a really decent pace. And all in all, if we keep it up like that, we just need to find now something somewhere which will allow to draft us decently. And yeah, can't wait to get there. Leave me your comments down below. A thumbs up would be appreciated. Consider subscribing and check out the description box. There's plenty of links. There's Discord. There's Twitch, where I stream each Friday and Sunday evening in the Middle European time zone. And there's also Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee. And last but not least, there's also my channel membership program, which allows you to get early access to all the pre-scheduled videos. So you get the ability to binge that stuff, whatever I have already pre-uploaded. But don't you worry about not being part of that thing. Everything I produce will be available for everybody for free. Channel members just get to watch that stuff a little bit earlier. That's that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for being around. I really appreciate, and see you all next time. Bye bye.